Hey guys, I'm Ben.
And I'm Tommy.
And we're talking board games.
And I'm sick, so forgive me. Well, we are bringing you a review of Werewords today.
If you can't see it, it's this little box.
It is rather tiny
Right
compared to the other boxes we usually put up there. I'm a little on the fence about this game. I don't know where I rate this yet. I've only played it once. Well, I think we played two or three games, and I don't know how I stand. If you don't know how this game plays, it's basically Werewolf. However, there's a word. It's like Werewolf meets 20 questions. So there's a word that the werewolf and the mayor, who could be a werewolf, know.
And the seer.
Right, as well as the seer, who's on the villagers team, and the villagers are trying to guess what the word is, the mayor giving the hints out. However, if the mayor is the werewolf, he can be giving incorrect answers.
He's free to lie.
Yes, so it's actually a really interesting game, a really interesting take on the werewolf and the 20 questions realm of things. I like the game, but I don't know how much.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know how much I want to sit down and play this game. I want to play it again because I do want to finalize my thought on this, but it's such a unique
pairing
design. Pairing.
So it's interesting. I played this a number of times more than Tommy now, and where I've seen this really, I'm not dissing on you. Where I've seen this excel, this wasn't the group we played in, is as like a gateway game. You know, with people who don't play board games, because it's familiar. 20 questions is something everyone understands.
Well, even Werewolf is something that most people...
But some of the intricacies in Werewolf that lie within the game are really interesting. But 20 questions, anyone can grasp. Everyone's played that.
Sure.
And that, what I think is neat, is it gives the villagers players, which is normally just either I die, don't die, try to deduce who it is before I die type game, into like an actual game they're playing. They are playing 20 questions, they're trying to figure out this word under this time limit, which is a fun game for them to play. But then on top of that, you've got this interesting
really
game.
Quick time limit too.
Yeah, it's like 4 minutes I think is the default, but you can up that or down it with the app. But then you've got the werewolf who's trying to keep them from getting that, but without being obvious. And you've got the seer who's trying to get them on the right track without being obvious that they're getting on the right track. And so it's hard to play well, but when you do, it's so rewarding.
Yeah.
When you're that werewolf and you ask a question that sounds like it's totally legit and that you're helping, but at the same time, it's pulling everything the wrong direction. And then the seer's like, no, that's not right. Like, that's...
You guys were so close here and you totally took it this way.
The seer's like trying to pull the conversation back the right direction, but they can't be overly obvious that they know it. So it's got really interesting interaction from the players. But at the same time, everyone is participating in what is, a great game.
This didn't come up in our game, but is there any kind of player elimination or like anything in that regards when it comes to like Werewolf or Mafia?
No.
It's mostly just the roles, right?
Yeah. There's a couple extra roles. There's not many. There's the minion who knows who the werewolves are, and then the beholder who knows who the seer is.
Okay.
So then you have these people who can kind of advocate for and, follow as they steer this conversation. Which is so hard for the villagers because they're totally oblivious. To them, it is just a game of 20 questions. And they just want to get to the right answer.
It does play really well, and I would like to get it to the table, maybe even play it with a larger group. You'll have to bring this when we get together.
Yeah, no, I will.
So we can get a big game of it.
And the app, I just want to talk about the app. The app is really good. So it actually has a ton of words. And the words that it gives you, it will always give the mayor a choice. But the choice, if the mayor is the seer, or some other role that, is influential for good, it's going to change the difficulty of those words.
That's cool.
And if you are also the mayor and the werewolf, it's also going to change that difficulty to compensate for that.
That's really cool.
So yeah, it's cool that they would take that extra step to choose those words to adjust.
Well, and you can pick specific themes in the app too, can't you?
You can. You can even create your own set list.
That's pretty cool.
So you can put in your own. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work. But
yeah.
How cool that you
would you make your own theme? That. Board gaming.
I don't know, or like names of crazy relatives and do it like a family.
Bezier games. Different titles.
Right.
I don't know.
But it's there. They gave you the option to do so.
Yeah, that's cool. So. It's a good game, honestly. Like I said, I enjoy the game. I just don't know to what extent at this point.
Do you have any complaints?
My biggest complaint with werewolf type games is there's too much metagame. You have to know the game in order to play the game. Especially one night. Especially one night. Yeah, even like knowing the specific people. One night is the worst culprit of this because it can be like, okay, go. I was the villager, I gave it to you. Mm-hmm. Or even worse, like if you're, what is it, like the guy who wants to kill himself?
The tanner, yeah.
The tanner. It's like, I was the tanner, I gave it to him. It's like, wait.
What's my rebuttal to that? No,
I can't win now?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's just so much hecticness and having to know in that game. This doesn't have this.
It doesn't, no.
It's strict metagame, and the only thing that you can try to do is deduce whether the person is giving you correct hints and try to see who's helping you and who's not.
Mm-hmm. Which is cool because you hand out the right or wrong tokens, and so you can go, well, look at John over there. He's got 5 no tokens. Like, is he even trying?
Yeah.
Maybe he's the werewolf, but then maybe he's just a villager who's doing really bad.
And it's not as easy as it seems. Like, I was just a villager in our first game, and I had, I think, 2 yeses, and everybody thought it was me being really good at trying to get everybody to the right direction, but, like, steer them just off course.
Which you did.
Not purposefully.
Not purposely, but it was just funny.
So I like that the game isn't like, oh, it's just 20 questions. Oh, obviously he was a werewolf.
Yeah.
So, no, it's really good. It's a good game. I can't think of anything that I have to say bad about it.
I've got 2 complaints. One, I'm not a huge fan of the artwork. There's been a lot of gripes about that. It's like this really weird, cheap, cartoony, especially when all the other werewolf games are so good with their artwork.
Yeah.
You know, like Ultimate Werewolf has this really realistic, and then One Night's kind of got a nice, fun, cartoony feel to it. But this is like cheap, like cartoon.
Yeah, what the heck?
Comic strip types. I don't know, but you know, you only look at it for 1 second and you flip it down. My other complaint is I just haven't had good luck with their tiles. I feel like the edges on them fray pretty easy and they tear when you're punching them out.
Is that why you sleeved
your
tiles?
That's why I sleeved my
sleeves his
tiles.
Mm-hmm. Yes. He even sleeves his game boards. He gets them laminated. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't.
But be careful as you're punching the tiles out and stuff, and handle them, because if one of the sides gets ripped, you know, it's very obvious to tell who's the werewolf at that point.
All right. Well, that's Werewords. Check it out, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Keep everything coming. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.